Yo, what's going on out there, Fight World? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two future Hall of Famers. We have Terence T-Boy Crawford, the three-division world champion, the former undisputed world champion, the current WBO welterweight world champion. That's on everybody pound for pound list. Then we have Errol, the true Spence Jr., the king of the welterweight division, the WBC, the IBF, and the Super WBA unified world champion. We know EJ is the king, and he's most definitely on everybody pound for pound list. And let me tell y'all something, bro. Errol Spence is doing everything that he got to do. He's giving Terence Crawford what he got to give Terence Crawford, in my opinion, to make this Terence Boy Crawford fight happen for us, the people. Yeah. Errol, the true Spence Jr., came out on this, Twitter, told us, I'm not going to apologize for the inactivity, but it all makes sense in a few weeks. You dig me? So he's coming out, and he's making some big-time moves, but he's doing what he got to do to give us that Terence Boy Crawford fight, and then he go do what he got to do after that. But you got to salute this man, give him all the credit in the world, give him his just due. I know these cats gonna be out here, hey, man, you don't know what he doing, man. You just running your mouth, man. You just saying this, you just saying that, man. You don't know. Yeah, I do know. Errol Spence doing what he got to do, right, to give us that Terence Boy Crawford fight, and, to make things go how it's supposed to go. Now, it's going to be up to Terence Boy Crawford ass to accept this fight, to do what he got to do, right? And not beat around the bush and make it happen. And it looked like he's going to do that. It looked like Terence Boy Crawford going to step up to the plate. It looked like he's going to take the cake. Hey, take the cake. Eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake and give us the fight that we all deserve. I think Terence Boy Crawford know he was the fuck up. He ran out the door when he had all the opportunities in the world to fight Errol Spence. He know he was the one that, was ducking the fight when he ran over there to fight David Albanesian. He know that the criticism that he was getting was well worth it, And now he's coming back to the table, and now he know, like, okay, I can't mess this up again, bro. I can't. This dude give me another opportunity. I can't run and take that little money that I get from BLK Prime, and then try to say this and say that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Errol Spence knows I can't sit up here and let this thing linger, because I know for a fact that I got so much time at 147 left, right? There's only so much time that I got left at 147, and, what I want to do with my career going forward at 154 and at 160, I need to be making it happen. So let me go out here, see what this dude talking about. Let Al Heyman know what's up. Tell him, okay, make that happen. Make this happen. Let's make this fight happen so I can go out here and do what I want to do for us being undisputed at 147 pounds, having all the titles, putting that under my resume, putting that on my legacy so I can be a Hall of Famer in the future when I hang this thing up, And not only that, get the people what they deserve, bro. So salute to Errol for doing what he got to do, bro, because if you know Errol Spence, you all know that Errol Spence want to fight nothing but the best out there. He's not wasting his time with no tune-up fights. He won all the big fights. He cut from that kind of cloth. Terence Boy Crawford, on the other hand, right, just being real, he's not trying to fight big fight after big fight after big fight after big fight. Now we know he just knocked out David Albanesian. We know he was in talks and contacts with Golden Boy, for Alexis Rocha and, supposedly Virgil Ortiz, and then after that, they supposed to do something different, according to Bomac as well, right? He keeping his finger crossed and things of that nature. So we'll just have to wait and see how this thing come out and how it play out. Like I said, Terence Boy Crawford need to step up to the plate, accept what Errol Spence give him, because like I say, EJ is doing what he got to do, and Terence have to give some too. It just come down to Terence Boy Crawford. They feel like they don't have to do nothing. They don't have to give an inch. And that, okay, well, if we want the fight to happen, they got to do what I say. I got the last piece. I was already undisputed. He want to be undisputed. I don't need to be undisputed as bad as he want to be undisputed. So all I can do now is do this, that, and the third. I'm already a Hall of Fame fighter. I made my millions. I did this, I did that. But what he's not understanding is the fans don't forget nothing, man. The fans don't forget nothing. So you can talk about you making your money. You can talk about you and your accolades and things of that nature. It just gonna come down to when you supposed to fight Errol the True Spence Jr. for undisputed at 147 pounds. And if you don't do that, it's gonna look bad on you when you do go into the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to be a Hall of Famer that's remembered, or you just want to be a Hall of Famer that people got to go look up and see that you're a Hall of Famer? You know what I'm saying? Because that's how that's going to play out with somebody like Terence Bud Crawford. I'm just being real. Hell of a fighter. I'm a fan of Bud. Like his skill set. Like what he do in the ring, right? Been giving Bud his credit and his just due. I know what they say about, oh man, Money Brown, all you do is hate on Terence Crawford. You ride Errol Spence this, you say this about Errol Spence. Negative, man. I've been giving Terence Bud Crawford credit since the beginning, way before these chumps and clowns started coming around talking about Terence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence fight. I was bigging up Bud Crawford. I bought all the Bud Crawford pay-per-views besides the one they just had with David Albanese, because I feel like they the one messed up the Errol Spence fight, and Bud know for a fact he should have been fighting Errol Spence instead of a David Albanese. You understand what I'm saying? So at this state right now, bro, I know what Terence Bud Crawford is, and I know the skills that he possessed. That's why I say him and Errol Spence is a 50-50 fight. I always gave that man his just on his credit. Never shortchanged that man. Never shortchanged Bomac. Never. But when it came to what's right and what was wrong, I'm going to always speak what's right, even if you like it or you don't like it, bro. Even if you like it or don't like it. And at this point, Errol Spence was right. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence was right. And everybody that was rocking with Bud, that was mad because I was saying Errol Spence was right. And just because I got Errol Spence winning the fight, they wanted to go off the meat rack and say this, that, and the third. You know? So I had to push back. But when it come down to the situation, bro, it still look like Errol Spence is the one that's out there that's doing everything that he got to do to make this fight happen, because he is the guy that's in control. He is the guy that's in control. Errol can easily drop the titles and go to 154. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention, boys and girls. Right? Errol Spence could easily drop the titles and go to 154. But why haven't he done that yet? Why? Because he want to fight Terence Bud Crawford for the people. He want to give us the best fights that's out there. He know him and Bud is arguably, you know what I'm saying, a history fight. But right now, arguably the biggest fight in boxing that everybody wants. He knows that, bro. And Errol Spence want the fight. Terence Bud Crawford has to want it. He has to go out there and say, you know what, man, this dude is doing what he got to do to make this shit happen. I can't keep doing this and doing that, right? It's only so long I can say this man ducking me, but this man making all the efforts to give me the opportunity to go out there and become a two-time undisputed, you know what I'm saying, world champion. And if I beat Errol Spence for undisputed, that's bigger than anything I ever done in the sport of boxing. Terence Crawford's biggest goal in boxing, his biggest accomplishment will be beating Errol Spence for undisputed. Come on now. Which one is bigger? Terence Crawford beating Julius and Dongo for undisputed at 140, or Terence Crawford beating Errol the True Spence Jr. for undisputed at 147? Come on now. Come on now. Let's be real here. Let's be real. And Bud Crawford knows that. He understands the situation. He knows what's at stake. But he also know that that's a bad motherfucking Errol the True Spence Jr. It's a chance that he can whoop my ass and become undisputed off of me. You know? So he got to have the confidence and the heart to say, you know what? Because a lot of people say, well, Bud gonna do this to Errol. He gonna do that. Well, Bud got to have that confidence and that mindset of I'm gonna whoop his ass regardless. I know he says it, but he got to prove it and show it, bro. And if you really want to prove it and show it, then that's accepting the fight, bro. That's giving us the fight, because Errol Spence gave you another opportunity at greatness when you blew it the first time, but he's still saying, I want to give you a chance because I want to get this to the people, and I want to challenge myself, and I want to be undisputed. And I just don't want to be undisputed against anybody. I want to be undisputed against the best, who they say is the best out there. And yes, Errol always give Bud Crawford his credit as one of the baddest motherfuckers in boxing. Been giving Bud Crawford his credit. Never shortchanged that man. Never shortchanged that man. But they always shortchange Errol Spence. They always talk down on Errol Spence. They always want to criticize and say he this, that, and the third. He ain't nothing. But get into the ring and prove it. You understand? Get into the ring and prove it. Because right now, Errol Spence is the king of the welterweight division. He holds 3 titles. He's the pay-per-view attraction. He's the man that's bringing in the bread, that's putting the asses in the seats. You know? So for him not to be nothing, a lot of people sure watch his ass. Straight like that. And it's going to be one hell of a fight. The biggest fight in boxing, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions. But Terence Crawford has to play ball. He has to. And not cry like a little girl. Not make excuses. Right? Play ball, man. Because Errol Spence is ready to play ball. Now, this going to be one hell of a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, they working behind the scenes. We still got to wait for everything to come out. But to montray-brown TV, Errol Spence is giving Terence Crawford everything he wants to make this fight come to fruition for us. And I appreciate him for that. Shouts out to Terence Crawford. And most definitely shouts out to EJ. We appreciate y'all boys, but we need Until then, it's your boy Money. It's the NSBC moving. Nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Want to donate OG Money on Cash App. TreyHumphrey52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.